Today our video is going to be focusing on these two I can statements. I can name numbers with decimals, and I can understand decimals as equal divisions of a whole. A whole is just the whole object, and we'll call that the number 1. So to begin with, we are going to be naming our decimals. And in order to do that, we need to know the place values of those numbers to the right side of the decimal point. Let's start with looking at this number right here. We have done a lot of talking about everything to the left side of the decimal point here. And if I look at this and I block out the rest of the number, I can really easily see that this number is 4,200. I need to think about what is going on the right side of this decimal point now, because that adds to the number. That means it's a little bit bigger than 4,200. So just for now, we're going to leave that blocked out. We said that this is read 4,200. In order to know that, we need to know that these are the place values: 4 in the thousands place, 2 in the hundreds place, and there's a tens place, we have 0 tens. And there's the ones place, we have 0 ones. So you can see that these are labeled now. Thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. Those are our place values that we've been talking about for a number of years. Now if we get bigger than the thousands place would be the 10 thousands. Oh, it repeats. 10 thousands would be here. And next to that would be the 100 thousands over here. But we're not concerned with those right now. We want to know what is to the right side of the decimal point. And if we think of this as everything is relating to the number 1, this will become a lot easier. We know that this is the number 1. That's the ones place. In order to find the place bigger than that, we do 1 times 10. That's the tens place. Bigger than that is the hundreds place. So that would be 1 times 100. And the thousands place is the same as 1 times 1,000. Well, if we go the opposite direction from the number 1, if we go to the right of the decimal point, we are going to be getting smaller. So instead of doing 1 times 10, we're going to be doing 1 divided by 10. That's our tenths place. And if we go one place over to the left here, you'll see that the hundreds place, well, instead of the hundreds place, multiplying by 100, we're going to divide by 100. So it would be the 100th place with the THS on the end. And you guessed it, to the right of that, look at the pattern. We don't have the thousands place, we have the thousandths with the THS. The thousandths place. I might put an apostrophe S after that, just so you can see that that's what we call them. So underneath now you'll see that the place values are named. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. And whenever a number ends in that place value, see how this number ends in the thousandths place, that's the number or the word we're going to say at the end. So I know, like I said before, that this says 4,200, and everything to the right side of the decimal point is going to say, well, I just read this number. This number says 368, so I say 368. I could also say that this is 3 tenths, 6 hundredths, and 8 thousandths, but that gets really, it takes too long to say. So all I have to do to read this is say I have 368 thousandths. There we have written the part to the right of the decimal point. It says 368 thousandths. So let's read our number. 4,200, there's something missing there. 4,200, 368 thousandths. No, that's not how we say that. We are missing the decimal point. And when we write that in words, we write the word and. So I've got the word and I really need to put it in there. So I'm going to move this, move that. That represents my decimal point. Now I can read my number. 4,200 and 368 thousandths. There's my whole number part, and there's my decimal part. As for how they are related to fractions, our second ICANN statement, you can see above that this place value, each time there's a 1 there, it represents 1/10. That's an equal share of the whole 1. Likewise here, we have 1/100th. It's a fraction, 1/100th, of the whole 1. So this would be 6/100ths. So 6/100ths of a whole.